If you hold ETH, did you know that there's one token that you can earn yield from 6 different places? Yes, that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Let's get straight to it. Welcome back to another video. My name is Waj, and today we're going to be talking about Mantle. In fact, we're going to split this video into 3 different parts. We're first going to talk about mETH, then we're going to talk about the new tokens from the Mantle ecosystem when it comes to the mETH protocol, and lastly, we're going to talk about some juicy ways that you can earn some very, very attractive yields. So without further ado, we're going to jump straight into, first of all, talking about mETH. Now, mETH has actually been amazing. In fact, it's actually the rank number 4 LST when it comes to Ethereum staking. Of course, Lido miles ahead at the moment, but it's doing really well at over $1 billion in TVL. In fact, it was at one point over $2 billion. And of course, just Rocket Pool and Binance staked ETH on top of it. Otherwise doing really, really well, ahead of the likes of Coinbase, ahead of the likes of Frax, and various other LSTs as well at the moment. And you might be wondering, why on earth is Mantle doing so well with their staked ETH? We're going to talk about that in a moment. I think, first of all, one of the reasons is because of the treasury. And this is one of the reasons why I actually had some mETH. I actually talked about it on the channel quite a few times, why I'm holding mETH and why I think it's one of the greatest LSTs that have been around in recent times, and that's partially because of some of the rewards. Now you might be thinking, why on earth have you put the treasury for Mantle on here? What's that got to do with the mETH itself? Well, what the treasury from Mantle has been doing is it's been utilized in places like Eigenlayer, and what's been happening is that those points, those Eigenlayer points, have been going to mETH holders, and therefore you're holding an LST, yet you're still earning from Eigenlayer. And you know, the airdrop recently happened. And so from an LST, you've been able to earn some pretty good APRs if you include the airdrop itself. So Mantle have this monster of a treasury, and this is working hard for you in the background. And I think that's been one of the greatest things that I've seen so far, you know, with mETH being just an LST, but of course earning from the likes of Eigenlayer as well. And their treasury is still pretty fat. You know, we're talking about $2.5 billion. Now, of course, you could argue, look, the vast majority of it is in the Mantle token, but even despite that, there's hundreds of millions of mETH now that is just in the mETH protocol itself. Also within Eigenlayer, also just ETH kind of just sat there by itself. Even a lot in stablecoins. I think if you add up all of these, we're talking about over $100 million in stablecoins, which is pretty fat treasury. I wouldn't mind a piece of that, to say so the least. Look, mETH is pretty cool. The mETH protocol offers some very, very attractive yields. Look, you can kind of have your ETH, you cannot stake it, you earn nothing whatsoever. You can stake it with the likes of Lido or any of the other providers, and you earn some of the staking rewards, okay? You can do the same with mETH, but there are so many other rewards as well that come with it. mETH can earn from the L2 apps, you've got Metamorphosis, which we'll talk about later, and then we'll talk about some of the interesting things that we're going to talk about at the end of this video with cmETH, and we'll go into that. But ultimately, the idea is, look at the stack of this. You're earning a variety of different rewards, and this is why mETH and some of the other tokens that we're going to talk about in a moment are just very, very attractive. And this is why that we've seen, you know, the TVL for Mantle just go up and to the right. Look at this chart. This is when the mETH protocol launched just around about a year ago, and look, it's just up and to the right, which is really, really great to see. And I think this is only going to continue because the rewards are so juicy. Now, you might be wondering, what on earth are you talking about? But watch, you know, what rewards are you talking about? And we're going to talk about, you know, this. It's time to cook. Cook is the new governance token for the mETH protocol. And ultimately, this is really important because Cook is enabling some of the stakeholders to play a role in which direction, you know, the future of this protocol goes, I should say. So governance is a really, really important element here. And, you know, with Cook, they also announced, so this is the governance token. They also announced the restaking token, which is called cmETH. Now, first, before we go on to cmETH, let's have a look at the Cook token itself and see kind of how we're going to benefit from it. Because you might be wondering if it's just the governance token, you know, maybe you don't want to buy it, but there are still ways to benefit from it if you have some ETH. And this is how. Look, the mETH protocol are getting 60% of all Cook. Now, a lot of it is going towards these campaigns. We've got Metamorphosis, which we'll talk about. But some of it is also going to growth campaigns and future incentives. We're talking about pretty much, you know, 45% there for, if almost 50% for the campaigns and incentives there. You know, some of it is going to the treasury. The treasury is also going to use this for future incentives as well. And only a small amount going to the core team, actually. So essentially, you know, you've got a governance token here, which is worth hundreds and hundreds of millions at the moment. all going towards the growth of the protocol and incentives. And this is why it's pretty attractive for people like you and I, because we can earn these juicy rewards that come with it. So introducing cmETH, the restaking token. So now we've got mETH, the liquid staking token, and now we've got the liquid restaking token, cmETH. Now, cmETH is obviously built on mETH, but what's really, really interesting is that the underlying, mETH, which then becomes cmETH, is actually deposited into a variety of different strategies. We're talking about EigenLayer, we're talking about Symbiotic, we're talking about Karak. Depositing in all of these, and of course the associated AVS rewards that come with it, ultimately give you a product, cmETH, which is a money printer. And when I say money printer, I mean it. And that's because if you just take a look at this, cmETH earns 6 rewards from just one token. So I thought it'd be nice to just kind of go through some of these rewards and explain exactly where these yields are even coming from. So of course you've got underlying staking yield. Of course, mETH is a staking product you're earning from validating the block rewards on the Ethereum network. You then take it into EigenLayer and Symbiotic and Karak, and all of these protocols have tokens or will have tokens in the not so distant future, and therefore there will be a yield component coming from those as well. You then have the AVSs that are renting security from these restaking protocols. There's a ton of AVSs already on EigenLayer. Some of these will have token rewards that will be going directly to those restakers. So there's your third reward. The fourth one is obviously the governance token as well. We just talked about those incredible incentives that are going to be going towards the mETH protocol. Cook rewards are definitely a big component of cmETH rewards. And then the last two, we've got the Mantle ecosystem itself. There are tons of apps, DeFi apps. We're talking about money markets, DEXs, we're talking about derivatives, all kinds of things really. And these will all have their own governance token, maybe some airdrops as well on top of that. This is the fifth reward when it comes to cmETH. And last but not least, there are a variety of other tech integrations, which I don't have too much information about at the moment, but the Mantle team have actually mentioned this as a future reward as well. So there will be kind of other layer 2 dApps and protocol integrations as well as other technology partner rewards. So that seems pretty interesting to me, very, very interesting to me. And so the question is like, okay, watch, all of this stuff sounds really, really good. What do I need to do next? So I think this is where we go to next, the mETH protocol. And so what you can do is there's two ways, right? You can either go on Ethereum network itself, you can stake some of your ETH into mETH, and then you can restake the mETH into cmETH, and then you can bridge that over to Mantle. Maybe that might be a little long-winded to you. Maybe some of you guys have funds on Mantle already. And what you can do is if you have funds on Mantle, is you can just directly go onto a DEX and you can basically buy some cmETH yourself. And once you've got cmETH, you're good to go, right? You're going to come to this dashboard. You're going to see Metamorphosis Season 2. Season 2 is pretty much started now, or I should say, you've got 104 days here really to go. You're going to earn rewards from EigenLayer, Symbiotic, Karak. These are the other protocols that I was talking about, Vader as well. And what you can do is you can actually go to how to earn on the top, and you'll see that there's a wide range of different apps that you can earn these different powder points in. Powder is what will convert to Cook at the end of the day. And so, yeah, you can earn through Merchant Mo or through TimeSwap or through, Init Capital or through Stargate. There's a wide range of different assets, different protocols, I should say, Dolomite, Vertex. There's a wide range of them. You just need to just kind of pick and choose. Now you might notice that it says mETH on a variety of these. mETH is earning powder until the 28th of November. Remember that date, because after that date, that's when the cmETH token will be earning from all of these different strategies as well. So yeah, get yourself some mETH, restake it into cmETH, or just basically buy some cmETH yourself, and then get providing liquidity or depositing your assets into some of these different apps that you find interesting, and you'll be earning those 6-in-1 rewards. You've got this dashboard here where you can track a lot of your points and a lot of your rewards. You can also invite people to mETH, and you can get a plus 10% boost to your powder. I'll leave my link in the description below, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. Feel free to use someone else's, and you can also refer other people in, and maybe there's some extra benefits there as well when it comes to how much powder you're going to earn. But I think with that, we'll wrap things up there. We've really talked about a wide range of benefits for both mETH, why mETH did so well in the first place. Now cmETH with the Cook rewards and some of the other various rewards that we talked about here. 6-in-1 looks pretty good to me. So yeah, I think with that, Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. So yeah, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a like, drop a comment, and we'll be back with plenty more educational content in the not so distant future.